Okay, cool. We'll just get started.
Yeah,
Um, okay. I'm Mark. This is Dan. So I guess first we'll just go through some of the automated tests. Uh, so it compiles, and then we'll run through the unit tests first. And these ones can take a while. Come on.
we should do FIFO for this, and it's trying to do the round robin between this and the Zoom. Taking too long.
All right, it's almost done. And then for manual input, I guess do you just want to pick like a random FIFO number of cores, and then we'll do like a random round robin. I don't know how many we have to get into.
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll test pass, then we'll go. Okay, so
Just do
this is
like,
just the default. We'll just do this for a minute.
yeah,
So this is FIFO with one core. Let's see if that one gets put in running. If I'm quick enough, this will be in waiting. Whoops. Nope, that one's in finished. So we'll just go add. So we have one in waiting, two in finished, one running. For the next one, I'll do a longer wait time so we can see the PIDs. But yeah, I'll finish. Turnaround's a little over 6 seconds. Okay, cool. Let's do a round robin ones. We'll do dash P. We'll do 3 cores. Add a couple of these. So those will all be in running, so I'll add a few more. So we have some in waiting, and then some getting moved back into waiting from running, and then all finishing. Let's do one more FIFO with more cores. And 3. Then we'll do 10 seconds. I guess we can do different ones. So then those 3 will run all the way through before the shorter one gets to go. It's waiting in waiting queue. Then I'll finish. All right, I think that works for manual input.
yeah.
Okay, so now getting into errata, quirks, and unresolved issues. I'm really not sure of any, which isn't to say that there aren't any bugs or anything wrong, but it is working how we're supposed to. One thing that I put in the README is that this right here is when we're dividing by the finished queue that has 0. I mean, that's something that we could change, but I think it makes sense that, there's no average turnaround or response time when there's nothing finished.
Yeah.
And then once the finished queue populates this, so I guess that's kind of a quirk. It'd be interesting to see the round robin if it were just like spammed with a ton of jobs, because that process pause, I guess won't. It's a system call, so it can fail. So if it was just absolutely bombarded, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out and if it works. But other than that, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. And then what did we learn? You wanna take this one?
Yeah. I guess I worked on like building the process, like the code for the processes and the queues, and I guess just getting more familiar with actually implementing system calls and when to wait, um and how to use exec VP. I hadn't really been familiar with that, so building the command argument for that was pretty I mean, that was new, so I learned how to do that. And also I think I don't recall in like a previous class or like at least in systems like working with another person on this. So like communicating, making sure that like our code was compatible with one another. So I'd say those were probably the two biggest things.
Yeah. Um, yeah, another thing that's not processing queue specific, but that I feel like I learned from this project is definitely how important it is to have like really good modularity in a large project like this. A ton of different functions doing one thing really well just makes it so much easier than trying to have like a huge main that's executing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really helpful in figuring this out. I guess also not processing queue specific, but how difficult it can be to debug a program that's like compiling and running, but the behavior is just not as you expect because it's much harder to pinpoint down like where that error is. So,
Yeah.
for example, I spent a long time trying to figure out that I was missing like a break statement in a switch I was doing between FIFO and round robin. So that was just simple stuff like that. Um, and then as far as like the processing queue goes, yeah, it was like putting a face to the name of all the stuff that we've been learning about that seems pretty simple in principle, but then when you actually get in there and you have to manage all the different data structures, all the different like process, the scheduler, and then the queue data structures, and they all have to be working in unison with no errors, because even a small error will destroy the whole program. So yeah, I guess it was a little more complex under the hood, and managing all those different data structures together was very important. Um, I think that's all I got.
Yep.
All right, that's a
Great.
wrap. Thanks, guys.
Yep.